Well guys, through the years you've seen me fish with a lot of different bags and tackle trays and different ways of carrying my gear, and you've seen me make plenty of recommendations how to do it comfortably if you're a mobile type fisherman like I am. And I want to do a video today, and I'm going to call it Almost Bug Out, or Borderline Bugout. And I'm going to show you this little bag that I have here. But before I do, I want to show you what I've been through. This is the first soft tackle bag I ever bought. It was by Flambeau, got it at Walmart. It was very well made. I fished this thing like all get out, fresh and saltwater, for more than 20 years. I mean, it has gotten dilapidated. It's gotten shredded. It's gotten, the zippers have froze up on it from saltwater fishing. I still have stuff in here. I'm going to have to get everything out. But I'm going to have to discard this bag after all these years. It's just shot. But very good bag, easy to wear around the shoulder, very useful, carried several small tackle trays, lots of pockets, just excellent. I really recommend these type of bags if you're a mobile fisherman, fresh or salt. This one has to go to the garbage. From there, you've seen me use this. This is a camouflage fanny pack for hunting, actually, and I've used it to carry tackle trays and fishing gear with my less is more philosophy many times, and I still use it today, and I'll continue to use it when conditions are right. It's got little zipper side pockets. I put my keys in there and different things. Very handy to have. I recommend a fanny pack is a good option. Alright, here's another really cool bag that member of the BOB, the Big Ferg, Big Fish and Ferg, sent me a couple years ago. He sent me this for fly fishing, and man, this is a Frog Togs bag. It can be worn around your waist like a fanny pack, or it has a shoulder strap. You can wear it over your shoulder, and I do both. When I'm out fly fishing, I wear it around my waist because I'm usually wearing waders, and I wear it over my shoulder, and it fits like on my chest. You know, and it's very handy. This little bag is loaded with flies right now. I use it for fly fishing. Very handy, less is more, traveling light. Right down the alley, and thanks so much Big Ferg for sending me that bag. Alright, now this one was recently sent to me. This is a serious surf fisherman's plug box. You wear it over your shoulder, it fits, it goes on your hip very comfortably. It carries everything you need to fish saltwater from the surf, including pliers and tools, all the lures that you need. And you know, when you're only going to be throwing a spoon, a topwater, or a bucktail, you don't need to carry a lot of gear. And if you're walking a lot and traveling, you know, if you're mobile up and down the beach, less is more, less is better. And this is the most I would ever take with me. Allows me to be mobile and still fish. Alright guys, so here is the Borderline Bugout Bag. This bag was $9.99 at Walmart. Another, you know, soft tackle bag that I'm sure will serve me for many, many years. Very small, but I'm going to show you why I call it Borderline Bugout. I got this bag together so that I was originally going to be fishing with my brother Jay-Bird tomorrow. And we're going to be fishing in a spot where we don't know what to expect. We haven't fished it this year. You know, we don't know what's going on. It's been real hot, 90 degrees every day. The spawn has been over, but who knows what's going on there. So we don't know what's going to work and what isn't going to work. And when those conditions are present, you know, you need to have more selections. Less is more is great when you know what's up. When you don't know what's up, you need a little bit more. So for me, this is the most I would ever take with me for freshwater. And let me show you why it's Borderline Bugout. For one thing, it's got my old vintage buck pocket knife on it. If I ever need it, it's got a super blade, it's very sharp. Quality pocket knife. I've got that on there. I've got my forceps right here. Over here on this side of the strap, I've got a grenade by Big Ferg's Cords. He sent this to me as a gift a year or two ago. It's got little drop weights, you know, for fishing in an emergency. These are little rubber-coated, you know, sinkers that you can use for drop shotting and for emergency fishing. I've added to it one of the little Clatterbrat LED flashlights, so it's got light. It's got a nice little compass here that actually works and is very accurate. That's important. And all of the fibers, he's got a whole fire kit inside of here. And he's got fishing line, hooks, and even a couple of lures in there. I think there's matches in there. The cord itself, the lanyard, you know, this type of cord, has multiple fibers in it that he's chosen. Some of the fibers will help you start a fire. Some of them are fishing line. It's just a survival grenade. So it's got almost everything I need in it right there. So all that, and then the fishing gear. So what have I packed this little bag up with? On the sides, I've got a roll of 25-pound tough line, or a P-line clear. It's Flora clear. It's very clear line, good tough material. I use it for making leaders. That's always handy to have. On this side over here, I've got a few, what I have left of hollow frogs. And I only have them because, you know, I might want to throw them sometime as part of one of my tutorial videos, you know. So I've got a couple hollow frogs in there. I haven't fished a hollow frog since 2012 or so. On the front bag, I've got my bag of Barts in there. These are just a bunch of Clatterbrat lures, mostly rejects that were no good and I couldn't sell them because of defects in appearance, but no defect in performance. So I fish them all the time. Almost every Clatterbrat lure that you guys ever see me fishing is a defective one, most of the time. Because I know the fish don't care. I only care about performance. And there's my bag of Barts. Right, now let's get inside the tackle bag. It has a little zipper pouch up top here. Up top, I've got a measuring tape, mainly because my digital scale by Berkeley finally broke and I had to throw it away. So if I'm going to measure any fish, it's just going to be length or girth. I'm not going to have weight. I've got some cough drops and 2 500 milligram Tylenol in there, in case I get a backache or something while I'm out. I've got assorted fishing hooks here in case it's a worm, you know, soft plastic bite, and I need to change to a different hook size. I've got my emergency pack of Red Mill Baits garlic injected stick baits in the black and blue color. My good friend Fish Herman, I bought those off of him. Backup soft plastics. When in doubt in an emergency situation, soft plastics would be a great bait to go to. Then I have one of these little multi-tools that's got all kind of little screwdrivers and tools in it. That is in the bag. So all that is in this little top zipper pouch. And it's not overstuffed, it's just enough that it fits nicely. I've got my Big Ferg's Cords with the line clipper by Boomerang, the whistle, and another LED light for emergencies. And of course, Big Ferg's cord, the lanyard material, is loaded with fibers for survival that can be unraveled if need be. So I've got that. That's important to have. This is an old flashlight. I'll throw that away. I've got laying on top some Z-Man minnows. Good baits, soft plastics. I've got 3 tackle trays in here. A soft plastics tackle tray loaded with different size bullet sinkers, tungsten sinkers, glass beads, clacker beads, plastic beads, real small hooks for wacky rigging. 3 different kinds of soft plastics, a wacky rig tool, all set to go for soft plastic. That's a very important component when you're not sure what's going to bite. Soft plastics, if they don't bite that, you're in trouble. Alright, Here's my little micro jig box, the same box I'm giving to my brother for his birthday. It's got little soft plastic grubs, little jig heads. It's got the little hair custom tied micro jigs by Big Mike and some bobbers to go with them. It's got some little tiny silicone skirted jigs over here ready to go. It's got the little micro tubes over here. So micro jig kit ready to go. And then lastly, hard baits. I've got 3 wiggle warts right down front, which I never use because Jake catches them so much on the wiggle wart, it never seems like a challenge to me. But I do love these baits. Then I've got some rattle baits, cotton cordell. I've got a couple Spro, Uruku shad. There's the full size and there's the junior. And I've got a couple Bill Lewis rattle traps that my son gave me for birthdays and gift occasions over the years, and I've caught lots of bass on them. And I got a little mega bass, really cool little expensive lure there for, you know, throwing a small lure. So hard baits. So that's what all's in this box, guys. Small box. Check it out. Very small, very light, but heavily equipped. Heavily equipped. I mean, I could almost survive. Knocked my trays off. I could almost survive an emergency with that bag right there. It's got a knife. It's got a good quality buck knife. It's got the little emergency grenade kit from the Big Fur with a compass. I do want to get a fire steel in there. Once I do that, it really could be a bug out kit. Over and out. So that's the ticket. You know, when you don't know what's going to bite or if anything, what pattern they're going to be on, that's when you need a little bit more gear with you. A lot of times you guys see me, I'm out surf fishing. I know I'm only going to be throwing a spoon, a bucktail, or a top water. I know that. So I don't need a lot of stuff for that. When I'm out and about throwing Bart, you know, puddle jumping, I'm only throwing Bart. I don't even take anything with me. Just Bart on the end of my rod. So when you know what you're going to do and you know what's going to work, it's great. You can travel light, less is more. But when you don't know, and you're going to be out there in that, you know, you're going to be out in 80, 90 degree heat all day, you better have some backup plan, just in case. And that's what this box, this Borderline Bugout Bag is all about. It's really hot out here, guys, so I want to call it quits. Just want to say thanks for watching. God bless. And I think everyone should have a Borderline Bugout Bag. Best wishes.